Canada au service des Africains. AFROMEDIA pour le bonheur de tous les Africains. AFROMEDIA Canada is Africa in miniature. AFROMEDIA at the service of the Africans. AFROMEDIA for the happiness of all Africans. AFROMEDIA Canada إفريقيا المصغرة. أفروميديا كندا في خدمة الأفارقة. أفروميديا كندا من أجل سعادة جميع الأفارقة. Being a young leader in Canada, he succeeded in both business and politics. AFROMEDIA Canada tells the story of a heroic African leader. Said here, wishing you all a warm welcome. With me, President Osman Omer, live. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you. First question, please, President. What do you claim to be? Please.
Well, thank you very much for this invitation. I'm beyond happy for that. I'm right now a president of MACES. MACES is the McGill Associations for Continuing Studies students, which is a main body in the School of Continuing Studies. I have recently got elected for these positions, prestigious positions, and I do believe this is a way for me to respond back to the community, to give back to the community that I belong to, the community of McGill, the community of student associations. And I do believe that being enrolled as in McGill University is certainly of a paramount importance for me. And will open tremendous career opportunities in the future. So I think this is what the main reasons that I have run for this position as being president. Before I was the VP Communication and External Affairs as well. And I think this is something really rewarding, and it will have a huge benefit, not only to me, but also to the people that I know. That's why how I expand my knowledge, both personal knowledge and professional knowledge. I hope that answers your question.
AFROMEDIA Canada, c'est l'Afrique à miniature. AFROMEDIA Canada au service des Africains. AFROMEDIA pour le bonheur de tous les Africains. AFROMEDIA Canada is Africa in miniature. AFROMEDIA at the service of the Africans. AFROMEDIA for the happiness of all Africans. AFROMEDIA كندا إفريقيا المصغرة. أفروميديا كندا في خدمة الأفارقة. أفروميديا كندا من أجل سعادة جميع الأفارقة.
From University of Nottingham, as well as online certificate from Sweden in sustainable development. I'm right now here because I've always been passionate about community building, capacity building, supporting people, engaging with them and understanding their concerns, listening to them, and try to be able to give, a solution to them, as well as, seeing the opportunities, seeing the changes in the society, as an opportunity to introduce new initiatives and new innovations in order to bring forward a better collaborations and certainly engage and create more harmonious community. And that's my ultimate passion, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you for that nice introduction.
Welcome back, President. So, what is your comment after on this video that I've got while preparing for this show, please? You like to support people, and you are giving solution as well.
Well, exactly. This is one of the main things that I have always developed myself to, and I'm really, I have the privilege to uh, put this into actions. This is part of me. This is part um, of what my parents raised me, and I'm really proud of these things. Uh, Bringing value to the table, being with people, understanding them, listening to their concerns, and trying to provide some robust solution for them. This is all these things. I'm really proud of it, and I do believe uh, I would expand on it as much as I could.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Please, in business and politics, how do you succeed, please, President Osman?
Well, from my humble point of view, I am not really an expert when it comes to business sector, but what I know is politics plays an important role in business, whether both domestically or internationally. The government policies always have an impact on the business, and this is would always create have will have always an influence in the market and in the business as well, and how the companies always be responding to that. So, but when it comes to politics, I wouldn't say I'm a politician, to be honest, but I follow politics. I read about politics. I read articles. I listen to the.
But you are an executive assistant in the political party, which is the ruling party right now. That's politics.
Well, I was an executive assistant with the Liberal Party in 2021 as a volunteer, and this is something that we all adhered, you know, as an African, youngsters back in my country. I'm originally coming from a political family, humanitarian family, and political as well. So you could say this is like AB genetics. I have had this from my family, from my fathers, and my family in general. Being involved in political arena here in Canada is an important thing because this is a way to integrate into the community and understand how this community functions. What are the important and the key factors that rule this community? What are the main things that we should trigger in order to ease the pathway for our integration? So that's why I integrated, as a volunteer in the Liberal Party at that time.
Great. Thanks. President Osman, tell me, please, how did you overcome all difficulties so far?
Well, um, uh, well, this is a very nice question, to be honest, but I do believe that difficulties will never end, and personally, I think uh, you know I have developed and I have built a new habit of admiring the challenges and facing the problems that I have encountered in my life. I have been through many ups and downs, to be honest. I learned from my journey, and I'm still learning, and that's the only way that we learn new things in life. The only thing that I would say to overcome the obstacles and life challenges is to have a positive mindset, and set and to be firm believer that after any moment of adversity, there will be a lesson to learn and a blessing to take. So I always put these things in my mind. I'm always trying to be positive, being looking at the end of the street, not narrowing the vision. um, being positive internally, create plans for myself so that I could adapt to it, and therefore will ease the way for me to overtake the obstacles in my life. That's the only things I could say.
Thank you so much, President Osman. What are the lessons of integration, please?
Well, integrating in Canada is not easy, but I do believe that the key for a successful integration in any country, not only Canada, is by identifying the priorities, looking for what you need, what is the main dream of you, and what can I sacrifice today in order to get in the future. What's the effort that I would like to put right now so that I could benefit from it in the future. Another thing is the adaptation of a new environment, which is not an easy process. Learning to deal with failure, I do believe it's very important. It will help you understand what's your weakest point, and it will help you to build on your previous experience. Taking responsibility and being patient is also a great factor for a successful integration.
Great.
Thanks.
Yes, please. You got it?
I'm not listening to any question. Sorry.
My question is, what is the right way to stand up peacefully to all forms of discriminations, please?
Oh, okay. Well, discrimination is something in every society we're gonna find, but what I'm really keen to is the only way if we focus, the only way to overtake the discrimination and be a firm in in front of the discriminated people and is in front of people who humiliate us is certainly to focus on our strength and the core values of our existence and beliefs, what we really would like to do in this life, increasing the awareness and expanding our horizon by indulging in educational training programs. Um, as well, there is no doubt if we can create a cohesive environment, cohesive culture, a culture that be built on trust and mutual respect, open communication channels. I could say that those things are my values that I could, you know, put into consideration and I could share it with people. If we adapt to those values, I think we could, stand firmly and peacefully against any form of discrimination from anyone.
Thank you, President, for sharing your great values. I appreciate that. Please, how do you see the African diaspora in North America, especially and particularly in Canada, please?
Well, let me be frank with you in this point here. This is a very important question for me. I was really astonished by the African diaspora here in Canada, especially in Montreal. Um, I think Montreal is an eclectic blend, uh, has an eclectic blend of people who comes from different background and social perspectives. There are a lot of African societies, African communities. Those communities share the same values and common, you know, and common values and share great have a great sense of hospitality to others. I have encountered many African communities here in Montreal where I'm living, right now. And I think this is all these things what makes Canada a perfect place, a great country. The openness of the people, the respect of others, the diverse community, the multilingualism, um, all these things makes a great Canada. And I'm very proud that I'm right now living in this country, trying to adapt with other cultures, learn from them, increase the level of awareness. So all these things are, in my humble point of view, makes a great country, which we can call it home.
Thanks for sharing the great home tips. Going to talk more of tips. What are your tips for young immigrants, please?
Let me be honest and let me be clear and straightforward. Staying focused on the goals is a primary reason that new immigrants should be taken into consideration. Persistence is the key to success. We have to be always persistent and consistent in what we are doing. We have to know our goals in this life and stick to them. We have to build a good relationship with other people, with key leaders and organizations. We have to learn from new experiences, learn from others, learn from other cultures, and above all, we have to stay humble, um, because humbleness is a way of progression, is a way to have a positive effect within the community in general. And I do believe also that if we learn a new language, it's also a plus and it will open the horizon. It will widen our horizon and it will expand on our experience as well. So all these things combined together, I do believe this is would make a perfect advice from my humble experience and what I have been going through so far.
Thank you so much for that humble, what do you call the humble experience, the great advice of expanding by learning new experience. Thank you so much for that. President Osman, for all of us, what is your last word, please?
Um, my last word, I would say, um, let's not forget about um, why we are here. Let's not forget about those who supported us in the past, including our parents and close people to others. Um, Another thing is let's be um, respectful to others, try to be close to others, um, and give back to the community that we are living it right now. Another thing, I would like to thank you, Afro Media, for this initiative and for the invitations. I'm immensely happy for that, and I look forward for more um, conversation with you in the future, um, bringing forward change, hope, and prosperous, wishes, prosperous life, not only for us but also for people around us. Thank you very much.
Much. Just to conclude, I would like you to comment on this short pictures that I have collected while preparing this show, please. Let's share this.
Sure.
What are you seeing here?
Well, yeah, that's the picture for when I run for VP Communication and External Affairs at Macy's. This is also a picture when I was an ambassador, and I'm still ambassador for Keep Me Safe program for McGill University, helping others, orienting others about this importance of mental health, which is very important for me as well.
Great. Next picture.
Yeah, I think this picture was taken a couple of weeks ago in McGill University. I'm discussing with a lot of with the students and staff of McGill universities. about, we were having a barbecue night, barbecue day at that time. It was a really fantastic event, and we were sharing some kind of information about life, how we could overtake the obstacles in our life as students, and what are the upcoming projects that we are trying to, to implement in Maces.
Great implementation. And this one?
This is the same night as well. It was the barbecue night. Standing with me, our team, and the previous president of Mises, the good friend of mine, and I was so happy. Like I said a few words about the opening of this event, and many people joined us, many students, and we'll be having more activities in the upcoming future, probably this month, and in November and in December as well. So stay tuned.
President Osman Omer, for sharing all your great experience as a great African leader in Canada. Until we meet again, this is Sayed, wishing you all the best.
Thank you very much, Sayed.